Hi Drakesters, welcome back to our channel. I'm McKenna.
I'm Roger.
And you're watching Drake's Take.
You remembered to say your name this week. Good job. Oh, well, fun-filled weekend, I suppose. My homie wins another Super Bowl. I can't stand it. But first things first, we're going to talk about your favorite person's boyfriend, Mr. Travis Kelce. What's your thoughts on him bumping his coach?
I think it was very disrespectful. You don't do that to an elder, a coach that is very successful. I get him being on the sideline, being upset, but he definitely crossed the line. Jason Kelce on their podcast did say that he crossed the line and there's better ways to be handled, and I agree with that. And yeah, I mean, not much else to say except for that it was very rude and unprofessional.
I just don't understand how people try to make it acceptable that it's heat of the moment. I'm sure some of the people that listen can attest I was one of the most fiery softball competitors there was. And I never, ever thought about touching a teammate, coach. That's just something you don't do. A team is it's almost like sacred, almost. Like with your gymnastics team, you know what everybody enjoys. You know what everybody likes. You know what everybody favorite snacks and favorite things to do when you're out of town. And I just don't know. I don't know how people think that's okay at all. I mean, very disrespectful, but I mean, look what goes on today. I mean, not to go off on a rant, but look at some of these parents at some of these kids' sporting events that you see videos on. Like, it's just out of control.
The shooting at the Kansas
Yeah, I
City
didn't really
parade.
want to get into that because that's. But I do know it was the DJ. Was a DJ. The lady was a DJ that died.
Ooh.
I don't know,
Oh.
but there was 20 plus people shot, and I think 10 or 11 of them were kids.
Yeah.
And I mean, the guy that tackled him, I mean, that's very heroic. I mean, but they said it was just a dispute, I guess, between people, and they just started shooting.
Yeah, you don't have to like the Chiefs, but that's definitely way too extreme to the point of killing people.
And I'm pretty sure I saw the guy getting in the cop car, not to laugh about it, but he was wearing a Mahomes jersey.
Oh, that's interesting.
I saw it and I'm like, I mean, you don't know if it's true or not. I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
it
could be fake, but I mean, I did see it. I don't know. I mean, I think there was, two of them or three of them? I'm not sure. But crazy times. I mean, it's just unacceptable.
Our prayers are with everyone.
Yeah, for sure. It's sad. So, I don't know. Travis Kelce's so full of himself. I mean, just over the last 3 months, ever since he started dating Miss Swift. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying.
He was bad before.
No, I'm just saying it's on a whole new level now. He's feeling himself, basically. I mean, but I don't know, but why can't he be more like his brother? Travis Kelce likes to party, but Jason Kelce is the party. I mean, what was the Nacho Libre thing he was doing? Like, oh man, did you hear what his wife said?
Don't ever do that again.
But did you hear what Kylie Kelce said?
No.
She's like, your belly took over. It was like his belly took over. Oh man, that was, I mean, did you hear her on the podcast when the people wanted to know what she thought about him.
I don't remember what she said, but
Yeah,
that.
she was surprised that he put on the luchador mask. But the way that
she said that she wasn't surprised. And
right.
He said even with the mask,
but
and she was like, nope.
But did you hear what he said when he picked it up? He's like, I was all in. I was expecting to get pink eye. Oh, that's so gross.
That's disgusting.
Because Travis asked him, did you wash it off? And he's like, no. Where was I going to wash it off at?
Ew, that's disgusting.
But seriously, Travis Kelce likes to party, and Jason Kelce is the party. I mean, that's just reality.
I like Jason. Definitely more than Travis for sure.
But moving on to the Super Bowl, the whole... You know what it reminded me of when he was doing that? The guy at the Bengals game on third down. It's third down!
On the screen. We can see him from our seats, too. We found him.
I know.
That's funny.
I mean, that guy gets free season tickets.
It's like Houday.
He gets free season tickets. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
How do we get in on that? I mean, our season tickets went up about 30% this year. Whatever.
Icky. Ow.
They better make the Super Bowl. It's in New Orleans this year. You like that segue into the Super Bowl topic?
Yeah.
I don't know.
New Orleans. And the colors are orange and blue. Obviously, they've changed them, but...
Yeah. So, on to the Super Bowl. Chiefs. And... I'm over the Chiefs. I mean, they got some... I mean, here's a crazy stat. Do you know the Chiefs have not been called for a holding penalty in 3 Super Bowls?
Oh, wow.
That is impossible. And if you go back and watch some of those, did you see him watch the one guy tackle Boza? I'm like, don't even get me started on officials, because that's... I want to do my own little rant on officials. But you know what? I will do a rant on officials.
Did you see the Dora AI on
yes.
Nickelodeon? I thought that was
holding
so
is when...
Where are we going? Back 5 yards.
And it's not even 5 yards.
No, it was on a different thing.
I know. I think it was the false start. But
yeah, that's what it was. But it was. I thought it was hilarious. That was funny. I wish I would have watched the Nickelodeon one instead.
But these officials need to figure it out. I mean, they really need to figure it out. It is so bad. It's across the board. I'm an official. I umpire baseball, do fast pitch softball, I do basketball, and what I've come to the conclusion is these officials do it for the money. They don't do it to help the kids. They don't do it to get any better. But it's just funny to me that...
Well, no one holds them accountable either.
Yeah, but it's just funny to me that they can go out there and tell these kids everything that they do wrong. But when a coach tells you when you're doing something wrong or you miss a call, you want to tee them up, you want to throw them out. You're paid to do a job. There's a standard. There's one thing I don't do when I'm being an official is if a coach hollers at me, there's a reason he's hollering at me. I probably missed a call. I'm human. I probably missed a call. And you know what I do? I go over to the coach and say, hey, coach, what'd you see that I didn't see? And you know what? He'll tell me what he saw, and guess what? He got his frustration across. He was able to speak to me. We got the issue addressed, and now me moving forward, I'm going to be looking for that. So if I call it, he's going to be satisfied. So I've de-escalated a situation and made it a positive, and we're just moving forward, where some of these officials want to use their power trips and be like, oh, shut up. Or, I mean, we had one official in one of our games tell us to shut up.
Yeah.
As a coach, I'm an official. I know where the line is at. And if I say something, it's because you probably missed it as a coach.
And sometimes officials will miss calls, and like that's understandable. You're human, you make mistakes, but when it's consistent or you're standing there staring right at it and it happens and you don't call anything, it's
just unacceptable.
half the time they'll be under the basket staring right at the charge or whatever, foul, whatever it was, and they don't call anything. And it's like, okay, how do you miss that? If it was behind you or something like that and you missed it, like that happens, but some of the stuff that goes on cannot happen.
Yep, I agree.
It ruins the sports.
I agree.
It doesn't make them enjoyable to watch. That's when an umpire calls a strike 5 inches out of the zone. Aaron Boone can show you that
one. But again,
who was that on last?
And these umpires in that situation, he threw Aaron Boone out, and clearly the ball was 4 inches outside. I don't understand. These umpires have buzzers on their hip when they get buzzed for, like, I don't know, a home run or like a double. When they're challenging a call, they get buzzed. Why can't somebody just buzz them and tell them it's a strike? It's inside of the box. Bzz, strike. Argue with the box. And just
the MLB and umpires could be smarter than the Astros banging on trash cans.
But again, the reason they don't do it is because it's control of a game. They can control a game. I'm not saying games are fixed, but that's how the MLB, NHL, NCAA, NBA, that's how they control the games. And I don't care what anybody says, they manipulate the lines. They don't fix the games, they manipulate the lines. Vegas never loses money. Ever. These guys are human. We don't know if they're sick. We don't know if they broke up with their girlfriend, but like somehow they can be within a line every single time.
I always think, like, if you're going to call something, then it has to be consistent. Because, I mean, if you're an umpire, because you'll see all their ratings, it'll be like, he calls more this and that, or whatever. So if you call more outside pitches, then I want to see every outside pitch in a certain, whatever, frame, box, whatever you want to call it, that's in between there, in your range from outside, then it has to be called. You can't call it one-sided. You can't call it, oh yeah, maybe this one crossed over the edge of the plate. No, you have to call it all. You can't just call it one time for one team, and then when the coach gets mad at you, they literally have TVs with the box that you see in the zone on TV. You can see it if it's outside or not. So when they go and yell at the umpire and get in their face, they get thrown out, but literally they have it in slow motion with a frame to tell you if it was a strike or not. And these umpires get so butthurt, and then they just throw everyone out.
Yep, that's exactly right.
So...
And I just don't understand. There's devices and things that they can utilize in technology that can make life simpler for everybody. You can still have humans out there. You just have the box, strike, just buzzing you. And if you don't get buzzed, it's the ball. It's pretty simple.
People argue that it takes jobs away, but no, you don't have to use robots. You can use humans with certain technology to keep it consistent and fair.
Yes, and you can still have the human out there calling them out and safe at home, and if they get it wrong, you go to replay. Absolutely. It's still a human.
Yeah, that's where the challenge is, and that stuff comes into play. So I do like.
But you don't have to get rid of the humans.
But then it's like when you lose a challenge because you get it wrong, then you don't get one the rest of the game, but then it'll be a super bad call, and like, oh, but sometimes you can review it, but other times you can't review it, and it's non-reviewable. It's just so, it's insane. It's crazy, but. Yeah.
But enough of our rants. But that's how most fans feel in general with talking to people that I know, at least. So, on to the Super Bowl. Back to the Super Bowl.
I don't know how we got that far off track.
It's all right. So, I mean, it was the no holding calls, and we kind of got into the officials. The no holding calls. Why did the 49ers take the ball first? Did they not know the rules where both teams get to possess the
it's
ball?
a whole thing. Like,
Yep,
we
since
didn't know
like
the rules.
Josh Allen, I mean,
I wonder why it's different though. Why is it different in the Super Bowl?
because
than
of
the
Josh
regular
Allen
season?
and Patrick Mahomes that game where Josh Allen didn't get to touch the ball and Patrick Mahomes won, pretty sure. So, I mean, both teams get the ball.
I didn't hate it though. It made the game.
I was so
interesting.
confused at the end of the game because apparently if they didn't score, it starts the second quarter, which I don't agree with. You should have to score within that quarter as a parameter for the team that's getting the ball first. If that makes any sense. Where the Kansas City would have had to decide if they wanted to kick the field goal or if they wanted to go for the touchdown prior to the first quarter ending. That puts a whole new twist on it because the team that gets the ball first, is that a disadvantage?
I mean, yeah, because if you kick the field goal and the other team goes down, they can tie it if they want, but they can also go for a touchdown and win the game.
And if you get the ball first, are you going to go for it on fourth down? But you got to go for it on fourth down if they kick a field goal and it's 4th and 1 from your 40-yard line, where you got to make a decision first. Like, I didn't understand, but I mean,
it was weird because they said they didn't know the rules, but then a guy from the 49ers said, yeah, we've been practicing this, how if they kicked a field goal first, we were always going to go for the touchdown or whatever. But I'm like...
But the whole thing is
so
like,
confusing.
is that what was really said, or did they clip that part of the clip out and that's all we got to see? That could be it too, where, who knows? I mean, the media, they just... Yeah, we're not going to go there. But Mahomes was great, 34 for 46, 333 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did throw a pick, his first pick in like 206 attempts.
Really?
In the postseason, yeah.
Oh, in the postseason.
Yep. Okay. And he had 66 yards of rushing. So, he had 399 yards of offense by himself. I didn't understand why San Francisco blitzed towards in overtime when it was 3rd and medium. I just don't understand. Keep the ball in front of you, you make your tackle, and you go 4th down and you make them convert. Maybe that's why their defensive coordinator got fired. Steve Wilkes got fired.
Yeah.
But
I didn't understand how the Chiefs were the underdogs. That was probably just something that they did so when they win, it's like, never count us as the underdogs or whatever. But, I was rooting for the 49ers, the underdogs, because they weren't actually, but...
Did you see how drunk Travis Kelce was at that parade? Like, holy cow. How was he even walking?
Jason Kelce's like that, too. But...
Nacho Libre just...
Oh, my God. Stop. Don't do that.
That's so funny. I just can't get that out of my head.
Well, the Chiefs are in it pretty much every year, so I was rooting for the 49ers, Brock Purdy, Christian Boy. Really like him, but... obviously didn't turn out that way, but
so it was a good Super Bowl. Next year hopefully the Bengals make it. It's in New Orleans, the colors match, so we'll see. So getting into our favorite sport, baseball. So power rankings did come out. The team that spent $1 billion is not the top rated team prior to spring training. The Braves took the top spot, but again, these are like the 98 Braves. I know they won it a few years back, but they seem to get knocked out in the playoffs.
We should play Morgan Hall in 98 Braves right now.
Old Morgan. That's the truth. That's how the Braves fans felt. In the 90s, they won the division every year and only won the World Series one time. Our Yankees kind of took care of business back in the 90s. But, yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3. We got 3, 96, 98, 99, and 2000. You're talking...
in a matter of
4
years.
In 5 years, they won 5 championships.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
The one in 1958.
Now we got Aaron Boone, and
1958.
it's more like Aaron Doom.
Oh, Lord.
There it is. Favorite call of the year. Aaron Doom. Because everything he touches seems to... I mean, we're off to a good start. Jose Trevino's already hurt with a calf injury.
Well, I listened to his press conference. He's only out for the first few weeks of spring, not actual season.
Oh, well, they need to do a better job of writing their report. That's ridiculous. But
yeah, I listened to it, and I thought that it was season 2.
MLB power rankings.
I can read them off if you want.
Go ahead.
Braves, Dodgers, Rangers, Orioles, Phillies, Astros, Rays, Yankees, D-backs, and Blue Jays. That's MLB's top 10.
So you have O's, Yankees, Rays are all in the same division. So 3 of the top 10 teams are in the AL East.
And the Blue Jays. Oh, wait. You said
the Blue Jays. So that's
Rays,
4.
So all of them.
4 out of the top 10 teams
are the AL East. But
are
there's
AL
only 4
East.
teams in the AL East, right? Or there's 5. The Red Sox.
Missing the Red Sox.
What are they? Aren't they?
They're not on the list, so I got the rest of the list. I have at least till 15. I got Blue Jays were 10, I think. Mariners are 11, Mets 12, Cubs 13, Brewers 14, and what about the Red Leggers checking in at 15?
Oh.
Should be a good year for the Reds. Hopefully their young talent can continue to progress, and some of the pitching they got helps them out. I think it could be a good year for the Reds.
They got a lot of young guys.
But that second year, they seem to struggle.
The Red Sox are 19.
19, that's not bad. So all 5 teams are in the top 20. That's crazy.
I mean, there's only 30 teams. Being 20 is not great. You're not in the top 50%.
But I'm saying all their teams are in the top 20. Like, look at go back down. Who's 20?
From the Red Sox down, it goes Tigers, Marlins, Giants, Guardians, Angels, Royals, Pirates, White Sox, Nationals, Rockies, and the A's.
But look,
4 A's.
AL West, Angels, AL West. So 2 of the...
What are the Giants?
NL West.
NL West. Wait.
Guardians, man, they're 23rd. Huh.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Who was the guy
Blake
that had that?
Snell's still out there. We talk about him every week. He's still available.
Did you see? It was like the Boris. There's like 5 Boris clients that are like good that are still out there.
Who else?
Boris. Hang on. I'll find this. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I know the Yankees just got Corey Kluber, signed him to
Not Corey.
Yeah, they signed him to like an advisory position, which is good. He's a 2-time Cy Young Award winner. So, but I think it's going to be a good year of baseball. I expect the Yankees to get back into the mix. I think the Braves choke like always.
Okay, I found it.
Even though they got
Boris 5 that are still out there. You have Blake Snell, Jordan Montgomery, Cody Bellinger, Matt Chapman, and JD Martinez. 5 players that are still not signed, and they're Boris clients.
How old are they? I wonder.
I don't know. That's too much to look into right now. But
I'm just interested that Montgomery's not signed either.
Do you agree with the Braves being ahead of the Dodgers, or do you think the Dodgers should be ahead of the Braves?
I think neither team should be in front of either one. I think the Rangers should be one. They won the World Series last year.
Yeah, but they didn't add anyone in. They lost Jordan. Well, if they don't re-sign Jordan Montgomery, then they lost him.
I mean, I
know they traded
their
for
pitching
Jordan
staff.
Montgomery.
Okay, so they got rid of Jordan Montgomery and they got Max Scherzer once he comes back from his injury.
They got Matt. Oh wait, yeah, because he got hurt last year, right?
And they got him. I mean, they're really good too. Braves always
Jacob
choke.
DeGrom?
Dodgers always choke.
Wait,
Rangers are good.
Isn't Max Scherzer the Mets?
No, he's...
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're thinking Jacob DeGrom.
Nope.
No? Okay, well, he got hurt last year too, didn't he?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, there he is, Max Scherzer.
Told you. The Mets went on that fire sale last year and got rid of everybody.
Kirby? No, that's the...
But if I was to list my top 5, I'd probably go Rangers 1. I'd go Yankees 2. I just think they've just added.
I don't know how they're behind the Rays and
like they
the
had
Astros. Obviously, the acquisition of Juan Soto. You got me thinking about Max Scherzer right now. In the first half of the year last year, they had Dylan Lawson, who barely was even a hitting coach for them. I mean,
right.
And then they brought in Sean Casey in the middle of the year, who was pretty much thrown into the fire, fix this offense. DJ LeMahieu seemed to really improve with him. Same for Anthony Volpe, but it was just Aaron Boone's friend pretty much that got thrown in there. So now they have James, what's his last name? Rowson?
Something like that.
Something like that. Something OWS.
He's supposed to be a really good coach.
He was a hitting coach for the Tigers, and the Tigers didn't do too well offensively. So we'll have to see how that translates over. But
how good?
Now they have an actual hitting coach. You have.
Look at their personnel.
Think about this outfield. Okay, when Jason Dominguez comes back, and we're gonna assume he's healthy and be about as good as he was last year, which we only saw him for a week, but. You have Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, and Jason Dominguez in the outfield. That's the best outfield in the MLB.
Probably.
There's no way that there's any team that can top that.
Then the infield's pretty good. LeMahieu at third, probably. Volpe at short. Torres at second. Rizzo at first.
Like this lineup is stacked.
Stacked.
If Anthony Volpe can have a bounce back year,
he was Rookie of the Year.
He was not. He won
not
the
Rookie
Gold
of the
Glove.
Year, Gold Glove Award winner.
If offensively he can lower his strikeout numbers and hit the ball, and he had pop sometimes, but it seemed like he always kind of hit the ball,
right?
Fly balls or whatever. So if he can get the ball lower, you've Giancarlo Stanton. He's lost a lot of weight. From pictures that I've seen.
That's the DH. We didn't even list him in the 8 or the lineup.
Yeah, and if you can get him to be... I don't think he'll ever be as good as he was.
No.
There's no way.
But if he
can be a 250, 260 hitter for you and hit 30, 35 home runs for you, like that's a key piece.
Yep.
So your top 5 could be, you could have Verdugo lead off, or you could... How did we get Verdugo for Greg Weisser? That guy is so bad. I have no idea.
But we forgot to mention him. That's what I'm saying. They're just loaded.
So it could be LeMahieu, Soto Judge, or LeMahieu Judge Soto, whatever you want to do. Anthony Rizzo, 300 hitter until he got a concussion when he ran into Tatis, and then obviously he went downhill from there. His reaction time, all that stuff was off. He was just jacked up. And then you could have Torres, Stanton, Volpe, and Wells, or Volpe and Trevino. And then you still have Peraza, Cabrera. You have all these depth pieces that are insane. The rotation, you have Cole, Rodon, Cortez, Clark, Marcus Stroman, Luke Weaver, who you could move to a bullpen role.
He's going to go to the bullpen. He's going to be the long reliever guy. He's going to pick up Michael King's spot before Michael King will move more into that setup guy, but then got moved. You mean? Well, no, he was kind of a setup guy. He used to come in.
At the end, he was a starter.
But then they moved him. They moved him into long relieving.
Randy Vasquez could be in that role. Johnny Brito got traded for Juan Soto, but he was kind of that guy too. So you could try to get Randy Vasquez into that role.
So I think the Yanks are 2.
Pretty good, yeah. I don't think
probably the Dodgers are 3. I don't know.
I don't think
Dodgers 3. What?
I said I don't think you can.
The pitching for the Dodgers, I just question the pitching for the Dodgers. I just think the Yankees got Garrett Cole. Who's better than Garrett Cole on the Dodgers?
Well, no one, because Garrett Cole is a Cy Young winner. But
And if
they have Tyler Glass now. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he just came off of surgery.
Joe Kelly, Clayton Kershaw. They just re-signed
Clayton
him.
Kershaw can't get me out in the postseason.
Yabanushu Yamamoto. He could be better than Garrett Cole, arguably, depending on how
We'll see
his stuff translates from obviously Japan.
Exactly.
Different ball, different velocity, different.
If it translates, they have Ohtani that had UCL surgery.
He's not even pitching this year.
He's not pitching
so that
this
doesn't
year.
Even count. He's not even on here listed as a pitcher on their active roster.
So
he's as a two-way player.
Yeah.
He's special right there.
He is a special player. Though.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of funny though.
But
okay, you finish, and I won't interrupt you. Okay, I'm gonna line up mine.
the Rangers, the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Braves, and I'll throw in the Phillies because I just think they're swag. So that's my top 5.
I got my top 5, I think. Dodgers, Braves, Rangers, Yankees, Orioles.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
The Orioles are good.
It was a fun podcast today.
Yeah.
Got into some rants, got a little more animated today, which is good. So we're going to finish with our favorite question.
Holy cow, the Orioles are kind of stacked.
Yeah.
They just got Corbin Burns, Adley Rutschman, Gunnar Henderson, Ryan Mountcastle, George Mateo, Ryan O'Hearn, Austin Hayes,
Yeah, they're good.
Ryan McKenna, Cedric Mullins, Anthony Santander. Holy cow.
Yeah, they're loaded. They're good.
They don't.
That's for sure.
They have wasn't last year? Didn't they have what was it? 25% of the Yankees payroll, or the Orioles and someone combined
Right.
got. I don't know.
So, our question.
We're still paying Aaron Hicks.
I know. So, to our question, what are your top 3 desserts?
Okay. Ice cream, cookie cake, and cookies. That was actually kind of easy.
Ooh. What kind of ice cream?
Cherry cordial.
Yep, I agree. Cherry cordial ice cream for me, homemade, delicious.
Cookie cake was a good pull.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Number 2, Mammal's peanut butter fudge.
Oh, we still had some of that upstairs.
So good. And number 3, cheesecake. I'm a cheesecake guy.
I don't like
Love cheesecake.
Mm-mm.
So,
It's gross.
well, thanks for watching.
Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
See ya.
Is that good? My outro. I remembered this time. Control H. It's code.
Oh, that thing went off.
She just scared me. If we had to redo that, I would have been so mad. How long was that? That had to be
30
4